but he's remembered for his music. He's a singer, trumpeter, and a band leader of great importance. Music such as the one I've played, Ebenabo, songs such as Love Me Ajure, songs such as So Aleteme, songs like the one that the man
overseas, guys around the world are feeling nasties, and the ladies are screaming this. See, but 35, I own my own jet, mansion by the lake, and I ain't done anything supposed for Nigeria. Lord, please bring me back if you have to hit my head like a conga stack.
Yeah, Lord, yes, I'm back again. Need you to put me back on track again. Save me, cause I'm slowly going insane. Maybe I should take time to explain. You gave me the music, but I abused it. Music brought fame, and yes, I misused it. Every other night, your help, I refused it. I don't understand how I got confused. It seems like I'm addicted to the mic and the limelight. Sacrifice rhyming right just to rhyme tight. Photographs and reviews. Polygraph my paragraphs and interviews. It ain't hard to see I've not been true. Not to the public, but to you too. Lord, what I'm saying is make no delay in my flesh needs slaying.
Carousel from all the tension, and I cannot deny that I'm enjoying the attention. The crowd is cheering loudly, the world is looking at me, and for 1 second I forget that this is not about me. And the spotlight's on me is the world could only see that I'm just another vessel bringing glory unto thee. Don't let it get to my head. Please save me, Lord, from my flesh, and kill my hidden pride until I'm broken deep inside. Oh, be woo, oh, 𝒓𝒔𝒄. Oh, be woo, oh, 𝒓𝒔𝒄.
That's what
talking. Quiet. When the village man is talking. Quiet. When the village man is talking. Quiet. When the village man is talking.
Met this girl who was trying to floss. Said she only walk right and Hugo Boss. Yeah, she rides on Canada on the damn for boss. And she told me she drove a Porsche, bought a Corsa. I don't act like I know she's lying. She's trying to impress me and I am.
Okay, welcome back on the radio. It's Mina 98.3 FM. The songs I've just played, back-to-back music from Rooftop MCs. First off featured 𝒂𝒂𝒒𝒔 song titled 𝒔𝒂𝒂𝒂. The other is Rooftop MCs Silence. Amazing song. So I grew up on this jam. So radio stations, 𝐻𝐤 the Mecca Don will do this for us every chat day, 7 at 7. I think the show is still very much on at this time, but that's an amazing song. I can be sure that 𝒂𝒂𝒒𝒔 has production credits on that song, right? Yes or no?
Yes, I do.
Yes, and he said, I told him I was going to take him way back, and he's like, wow, I've not heard that song in a minute. How do you feel listening to some of these songs that you used to produce, that you produced in a long time ago?
It's just funny for me, you know. It's mixed feelings. First of all, good afternoon, Lagos.
Good afternoon,
I'm excited to be here. So it's mixed feelings. I'm happy. I'm just laughing, you know, when I hear these songs sometimes, because I'm like, oh my goodness, ignorance can be bliss sometimes. Because I'm like, you know, when you don't know too much, you're just. I was at an Asha concert and they were singing. I don't remember, it was 𝒂𝒑 or something. And I was like, so this was what I did with my youth. You know what I mean? It makes you feel like you didn't waste your time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's all kinds of things, from laughter to, you know, just emotions. All kinds.
Yes, that's graded gracefully. That's the perfect word to use it, right? Anyways, we have 𝒂𝒂𝒒𝒔 on the radio station this wonderful afternoon. It's Mainland 98.3 FM. We are the sound of Lagos, and we have one of the persons who ensures that the sound of Lagos is definitely always getting the vibe that it deserves. We have 𝒂𝒂𝒒𝒔 in the studio. Good afternoon once again.
Good afternoon, Jaden. It's such a pleasure to be here.
Thank you very much. So where do we start from? I've been a fan since 2005, 2006. So I used to like Kelvin Luciano.
Oh yeah,
he has this Oyibo look.
You know.
So Mode 9, Emperor goes to know. My favorite album ever. I'll play 𝒂𝒂𝒒𝒑 for you with numerous. I'll play that for you. Don't worry.
Oh wow.
So and there used to be 𝒂𝒂𝒒𝒔 on the song. So the first time I see you in a video should be 𝒔𝒂𝒂𝒒𝒔 or Silence, and I'm like, wow, I would love to talk to you one day. And as nature would have it, 20 something years after you're in the studios with me.
I know.
Wow. It's been how long now in the industry?
Well over 20 years. So my first ever radio single was in 2002. It was Catch Cold from Maintain.
Yeah, so
and then, you know, it just sort of began to happen from there on. And, you know, it's quite interesting. I'm actually still putting out music. Wow, that's something.
Catch Cold. Wow, that's Olu Tolu and
oh
Bamo.
Yeah, and Bamo. And then we followed it up with Maintain in India.
That's the song. Olu Big Bamo.
Yeah, that was a funny song. And I was singing we were making up words. Oh my goodness, it was fun. It was a lot of fun.
So fun, but they've been down times, right? Well, before we come to the down times, let's talk about your music. When you decide to stop producing and start putting out songs of your own, you have quite a number.
Yes, so I've been transitioning now for a couple of years. You know, I think the process might have started in earnest somewhere around 2014, 2015. So I started putting out songs for myself, but I was still producing a few friends. By this time, I cut down the number of people I was producing, and I was just working with, like, you know, my friends who I'm like, these ones, if I say I'm not going to produce them, they'll come and set my house on fire. So you know, the likes of 𝒊𝒈𝒒𝒂𝒒, Timidakolo, Banky W, just a couple friends. But every now and again, you know, my paths would cross with, like, you know, the regular guys, whether it be AG or Mayokun or, you know, whoever, like, you know, our paths would cross. But it just continued from there on. And I think maybe 2018, 2019 or thereabouts, I was just like, you know what, I'm really going to focus on this. Yeah, so it's been a long time coming. and it's cost me a few friendships, but but I'm glad that we're here and that I'm able to make my own music and put out my own music.
We are streaming live on Facebook and Instagram, Facebook and YouTube. Follow us on mainline 98.3 FM. Just join us and watch Cobham's live. And you can also return with the comments from our Facebook and our YouTube platform. You've been around for quite a long time now, 20 years plus. So if your first single officially as a producer was in 2002, Catch Code, that was a remix of Lola Chris's Area Code.
Yeah, correct? Area Code, yeah.
So you've seen the music industry evolve. You go into the studio, something from the 90s was playing hip-hop music, and you're like, wow, that's a pretty old jam. And you've seen the music evolve from 4 minutes 32 seconds to 5 minutes 52 seconds to 2 minutes 15 seconds. Afro fusion.
No, it's going to 1 minute 35 seconds.
No, I don't like that one. Afro fusion, hip-hop, Afro beats, and all of the genre that we call Nigerian music now. What has really changed from your point of view?
I think our music started out being heavily influenced, as with many things, our education, our culture, our belief system, our faith and religion. I think we had ours initially, and we have what's intrinsically ours. But I feel like over time, naturally, with colonialism and everything else, we kind of imbibe all of these cultures, and all that. But I feel like what we've now been able to do is we're sort of finding our way back and giving definition to our own sound, to our own everything. I don't know how we're going to do it with religion and education, but as it stands, music is one thing, and I dare say maybe the film industry, that's giving life to who we are as a people culturally. So I think own, and what is even more interesting is the fact that the rest of the world is ready to embrace our own, because it's got the brag, it's got the noise, it's got the it's ostentatious, it's out there, it's full of pageantry, and everything. Just it's us, you know what I mean? We're very, I don't know the word is ornamental, I'll be ornate, I don't know what the word is here, but we're very decorative, we like all of that stuff, and it's reflecting in our music. The beats are banging, the lyrics are interesting. They may not always mean much, but they are, the melodic composition is beautiful to listen to. So I think that's really changed. I think we're owning our own, and whenever you're your most authentic self, other people like you and draw close to you.
Okay, so there's the argument of the genre itself. Some would say popular music in Nigeria, Americans will call it pop music. The popular music in Nigeria is regarded as Afrobeats. I don't necessarily agree with that, because I'm a big fan of Femi, Fela, and some of the old stuff that people listen to, that I love to listen to. But do you consider our music now Afrobeats, or you think it's a fusion? We've already mentioned that earlier, but do you want to tag the music that we play now as Afrobeats, or you would keep it simple?
So I think it needs to. So I think for the purpose of identity, I don't know if it's identity or identification, it needs to have a name. Afrobeats is a rather, I don't know, not hurried, but hurried, in that it sort of hurried to come into existence as a name. So I'm not saying it's a hurried name. That's not for me to say. And by that I mean horrid, like terrible. No, I don't think so. But I think it's a name that hurried to come into existence, because I don't think we gave it that name. But that's not like a love fish altogether, another story altogether. But I think, Afrobeats is, our sound. I think it's our sound. I think it's our popular music. That's what you have on radio everywhere. So like you, because my spectrum of music that I consume is very wide. I listen to all kinds of things. For God's sakes, I still keep vinyl records in my house to this day. You know what I mean? So when you're talking Rex Lawson and all of these people, I'm like, ha 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 ha. That's my alley right there. But I also enjoy, from Cade to King Madi to all the other, the guys out there just making great music. So it's our sound and it's come to stay, and it's done so much for us in terms of repairing our image, which has suffered so much, and so much for us in terms of giving us a sense of identity and owning something, and gotten us through really difficult times. So I think Afro beats is here. I think it's our own popular music. I think it's doing a lot for us in terms of just mending relationships and putting us out there. I wish it took on a different name, but hey, this is the name it's got, so we'll embrace it, right? But yes, it is our popular music, and it's actually here to stay. I think, to deepen the conversation would be to say, how do we then benefit from it? Because again, as with everything in this space, someone else with the infrastructure sweeps in, and while the individuals in the space are making money, the economy and the country is obviously losing money. So
so also find a way to engage.
I think just make music. It doesn't matter where, but I think we should control our music. So for instance, shout out to Apple and Spotify and all these guys, because they put our music out there. But it would really help us to have our own platforms that plug the money back into our own economy, that makes sure, because if you're making millions or billions in dollars, we're doing billions of streams. We should be growing our own. Think, if Dubai or if the UAE or Qatar, anybody else, had to set up something like this, it would go to them first. And we're just constantly losing, and it's okay to celebrate what we've got, but it's more for the individuals than for us as a collective, and we need to really start thinking about us as a collective.
I agree with you completely. Let's play music now. Let's play music that I like. It is one hit. It is from Cobhams. It's a prayer song. So if you're an artist who has done 100 singles, you're begging God, I beg now, when your lights go shine on top of me. I've seen you perform this song at Punchline's event. You performed this song with Punchline, if I'm correct. Yeah,
I think it was I Can't Do It On My Own. I performed, but yes,
I think you did that song on that. But you should listen to this one attentively. It's meant.
Dear Lord, help my destiny. Let someone invest in me like a $10, 'cause I wanna blow. 𝒊𝒚𝒅𝒂𝒏 SS3. I've been blessed with the melody, Lord. That was many years ago. I don't pray, Baba. I don't tire, Lord, when only heaven knows. So give me one hit song, Lord. Let me blow like 𝒊𝒚𝒂𝒏. Give me one hit song, Lord. Pick me up like 𝒊𝒂𝒂𝒏. Lord, I want to blow like see me or small doctor. I hope you see me. So give me one hit song, Lord. Let me blow like 𝒊𝒚𝒂𝒏. See, all the people where they envy me right now, follow me sharing. Oh Lord, where you did? Oh that boy, they be calling me, 'cause I believe in Do-Re-Mi, dear Lord. Oh Lord, please show your face. I don't pray, Papa. I don't tire, Lord. Let me blow like two Baba. Give me one hit song, Lord. Give my 𝒂𝒚𝒂𝒏. Lord, I want to blow like 𝒂𝒐, I hope you feel me. So give me one hit song, Lord. Let me blow like 𝒊𝒚𝒂𝒏. Need to be greedy, but she take me, oh Lord. Dear Lord, if I blow like Timaya, I will take my whole team higher. If you do it for me, everybody gonna know. So give me one hit song, Lord. Let me blow like 𝒊𝒚𝒂𝒏. Give me one hit song, Baba. Pick me up like 𝒊𝒂𝒂𝒏. I wanna blow like see me or small doctor. I hope you see me. 𝒑𝒓𝒐. So give me one hit song, Lord. Let me blow like 𝒂𝒏𝒈𝒄𝒎𝒏. Dear Lord,
They were man and wife, but he hardly slept with her. Out late with his friends, hurting his liver. She 9 months pregnant, crying a river. Alone at home, about to deliver. He drinks away his pain, but more painful now she's married to one who's also a drunk. Coming back late, slurring words, smelling like a skunk. Working hard, but he drink harder. Married to the bottle. About to be your father, baby kicking, got her crying on the phone.
Darling, come home.
So he broke the speed limit, driving drunk like he in a race, trying to win it. Lost control, overtaking on the bend, plunged to his death, an untimely end. Wifey gave.
There was the other one, Amaka of Thoroughbreds, was on the song Regular Guy or Love Joint. Oh, these were amazing songs. That's off the album 𝒂𝒓𝒐. It's still mainland 98.3 FM. We are the sound of Lagos. Afro Timeout is live on the Style. He's also live on Facebook and Instagram. Join us, mainland 98.3 FM stream, and join us live in the studio if you can. I have 𝒂𝒏𝒄𝒎𝒔 in the studio. We're playing music that you like and music that he's enjoying also. That's an amazing song. Let's talk about Question Mark.
Oh yes.
Okay, you were signed on you were the in-house producer for Question Mark for a while, right?
Yes, I was.
And I think that was your chance to work with Asha, Mode 9, and 𝒂𝒓𝒐.
Yes, 𝒂𝒓𝒐, Mode 9. Oh, those are some really amazing artists. Absolutely talented people, all of them.
So how was the record deal at that time? I know you moved on not so long after that time, after the Asha album, to run your own stuff. But you're amongst the first set of people that had record deals. How did it feel to have a record deal working with you?
So it's interesting, right? My situation with Question Mark was really interesting. You know, it's one of those things that happened organically. So it wasn't so much me having the artist had a record deal. As a producer, I was just there to make their music. And so I actually brought Asha and I, were friends, had been friends for a while, and actually went there to record a song of hers, which was 𝒂𝒑𝒏. And then from there on, we just started going there and recording, and then she got signed, and we just kept on making good music. And then Mode 9 came in, and Silver came in, and Nena and everybody else, and I just kept making music. So for me, I think the first serious deal that I actually got was a publishing deal with Sony, and it was how did it feel? I don't know. It was I think it was the beginning of a lot of things. It was the beginning of just sort of getting my together as a producer, and sort of establishing, taking time out to make it a lot of music that would eventually sort of become like part of my legacy as a producer. Yeah, I think that was pretty much what that started for me.
Yeah, great. Asha's album, the first album, Asha, titled, it's self-titled, if I'm correct.
Yes.
Amazing.
Yes.
And I know you co-wrote a few songs, either Fire on the Mountain and 𝒌𝒑.
That is correct. Yeah, I wrote Fire on the Mountain, I co-wrote 𝒌𝒑, No One Knows, a number of songs. Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about writing credits. For a lot of people, it's easy to know the artist who made the song a super hit, but it's difficult to give the man who's behind the writing, the idea itself, the recognition or kudos that he deserves. As a writer, I'm sure you've written a few songs. We talked off air about a few things that you don't want to talk about on radio. But how often do you get compensated for your writing gigs or writing credits?
Yeah, so I mean, I've written as someone who has publishing. So yes, I can say that I've gotten some compensation. But I think outside of that, I think the most interesting thing is recognizing everyone's role. And as a songwriter, sometimes for me, the joy is knowing that this is my contribution to the song, and then the singer knows that this is his contribution. Of course, it's important to get my credits, and it's important to get, my compensation and all of that. And, obviously I happen to be in a place where I'm able to have those conversations, a lot more freely, and just, I'm just in that place because obviously I've been in the industry for a hot minute, right? So, I think it's important to say that, people should be respected. Having said that, it's also important to recognize that, the songwriter has his role, and a lot of the times, it's not, the role of the person who stands in front of the microphone. So you enjoy, you get a lot of joy just knowing that material that, you wrote is actually being enjoyed. But I have songs that I've written that people are just discovering this year that I actually wrote, and every time that happens, it just makes me smile. You know what I mean? It gives me a very artist by putting it out there. I wrote this, I wrote that. The most important thing is you get paid for writing it, and you get your credit. Those who choose to read will know that you wrote it. Those who don't read, well, you can't be responsible for everybody's so
Okay, let's talk about your own songs. You have a new single that is You're Pushing. Yes, it's a good song. I've listened to it. I like it. What inspired it? You said it. Let people go and listen and enjoy it and think about their life.
It's true now. It's true.
So tell us about your new song.
Yeah. So Breathe is a song, from the heart. For me, I feel like Breathe is sort of putting into words the pulse of the nation. How people are feeling. People just want to breathe easy, a little bit, and people want to recognize, want to be recognized as humans in this very interesting space that we've been in. And a lot of people think that it was inspired by the words of the president. To be honest, that's not where it came from.
Why should we believe you?
You should believe me because like it or not, and I know we're on different sides of the divide, many people, when it comes to just him and his positioning, but the honest truth is that's a correct statement. That's a true statement. Let the poor breathe. You cannot continue to hold back the poor. But I think what really inspired it was the actions of some of our legislators who decided that they were going to take a vote or something like that on letting the poor breathe. I just thought it was symbolic, but in very poor taste, to do something like that, because what you're doing is making mockery of a serious situation, at a time when people are dealing with subsidy, people are dealing with all kinds of things, and the effect, you're taking a vote, like, you get paid much to sit down and have these sorts of conversations. So I think for me that was really the inspiration, because the statement in and of itself, let the poor breathe, is a true statement, so I wasn't disputing that necessarily, but I think the song speaks for itself in terms of just how we handle leadership and how much sense of our sense of agency and ownership for our lives as Nigerians. We play with it a little too much. And then as a result, we get some of the things we get.
So let's talk about how long it takes you to write music. We spoke about that off air, but people on the other side would like to. So if you are writing, if this song Breath is new, means that it's less than a month old.
Yeah.
So tell us, how often do you get to write your own songs?
So I wrote this particular song in 2 hours.
In 2 hours? Why?
Well, no, I didn't write in 2 hours. I wrote and produced and voiced and everything in like 2 hours.
Wow.
Yeah, the song happened. So I was parrying. I was parrying. I'm like, yo, man, we need to put this thing. So I started the process maybe like a few days before, because I was just sitting behind my piano and just playing, and I just got, the wave of inspiration. But then, my friend and co-producer and engineer came to the studio, and we're talking, and just, I started to play the piano. I was like, let's record this. And then in like 2 hours, the recording was done, the voicing, writing, everything was done. Sometimes it takes me up to 7 months to write one song, because, obviously you go and do other things. Sometimes writer's block, all of that. I've written a song in 45 minutes. I've written a song in 7 months. I have a couple of songs that I'm writing that I've been writing for the last 3 months, and God knows I have looked for inspiration everywhere. I've written other songs while looking for inspiration for those songs, and I still haven't written them. So it really depends. I think for me, it's just how inspired I'm feeling, about the subject matter.
Okay, let's listen to the new music from Cobhams. It's titled Breath. It is Mainland FM. We'll also play Starlight in the same vein, and maybe play something a little bit old school that you like. all on the radio station, Mainland FM 98.3. It is Afro Timeout with J Dan this wonderful Thursday afternoon in the city of Lagos.
What about the hope? What about all the promise you made to the poor? How you gonna joke? How you gonna vote? What about the hike in the price and the levy now the money can't cook? To hide away from all the pain so you're not from a boat or from a rope. Are you gonna come on down and then tell them, say, let the poor breathe? You hold a man down and tell him, say, let the poor breathe. Big man control all the money and you can't even let the poor feed. You hold a man down and tell him, say, let the poor breathe. Breathe. Some people say we got the leaders we deserve it, the type of fools who like to rule instead of serving. But what I know is a good leader is a servant, the type who feel the pain of people who are hurting, I am certain one day the youth will find a way to do the purging and take out Babylon system with their burden. Baba, this is no be prayer, this is just a word. See, day by day, 3 things I pray. Baba, give me life. Baba, give me conscience to talk sense. No be nonsense and call them content. And Baba, let my whole generation get sense. Cause what about the hope? What about all the promise they made to the poor? How they gonna joke? How they gonna vote? What about the hike in the price and the levy? Now the money can't cope. Not a man tired away from all the pain, so he not from a boat, from a rope. How you going to come on down and then tell him, say, let the poor breathe? You hold a man down and tell him, say, let the poor breathe. Big man represent the poor man, but you don't even know what the poor need. You hold a man down and tell him, say, let the poor breathe. Like say them take all our sense and money, put them inside colo. Use division, tribe, religion, leaders we they follow. Knock our head together, now we be like we young. But the solution they are hard cause now we matter. If I better make love unite us than to scatter. So all of my people waiting say to Jack man I the answer. No worry go, but when we call you, you must answer. You must to show cause day by day 3 things I pray. Baba give me joy, Baba give me long life and soft life. And all the people where they use corruption to cut life. Baba you know now, Baba you know. What about you? What about all the promise you made to the poor? How you gonna joke? How you gonna vote? What about the hike in the price and the levy? Now the money can't go. Not a man to hide away from all the pain, so he not from a boat, from a rope. How you gonna come on down and then tell him, say, let the poor breathe? You hold a man down and tell him, say, let the poor breathe. Big man control all the money and you can't even let the poor feed. You hold a man down and tell him, say, let the poor breathe. Breathe.
Fight for you, I'll give my life for you. No valley too low, no mountain too high for me to climb for you. Now you did help me see the very best in me. And now you did there when nobody did there. Now you invest in me. And I will walk 1,000 miles if only you will hold my hand. I will go the distance all the way for you. You know I can. People they ask me, say, what's it they make me smile? I tell the whole world, say, now you be my life. And if them argue, say, we no go last reach night. I tell the people, say, you know fit kill stars.
I go tear. Darling, no mind them, make you no send them, and no be gone, my dear. And I will walk 1,000 miles if only you will hold my hand. I'll go the distance all the way for you. You know I can. People they ask me, say, waiting they make me smile. I tell the whole world, say, now you in my life. And if them argue, say, we no go last reach night. I tell the people, say, you know fi kill. Starlight they shine from night till the morning. You know they tire, you know they die. And even when it disappears, still they up, they shine somewhere all the time. People they ask me, say, waiting they make me smile. I tell the whole world, say, now you be my life. Oh, people they ask me, say, waiting they make me smile. I tell the whole world, say, now you be my life. Oh, and if them argue, say, we no go last reach night. I tell the people, say, you know fi kill Starlight.
Victor Abimbola Olaya, the evil, no, is it the evil genius? Yes, the evil genius of 𝐼LIFE music. Quite fortunately, I saw him perform more than 10 times. A lot of people do not have that privilege, but I saw him perform. So I grew up in a family where 𝐼LIFE music used to be the deal. Go to the shrine to watch Femi till date, go to see Made, go to see Shion, go to Studio Motel to watch Victor Abimbola Olaya, and everything live music. So I'm one of the privileged few. Thank you.
I had the pleasure of recording him once, actually. Oh,
wow, Victor,
goodness.
that's for the other the remix of this song.
No, for a project we were doing for the government at the time. It was a celebration.
Oh wow.
We're doing a centenary celebration.
Oh yeah, that's 2014.
Yes, and it was just he's such a he was of blessed memory now. But he was just such a generous spirited guy. Just amazing man.
Yes, it's mainland 98.3 FM. We are the sound of Lagos. Yes, we have 𝒂𝒏 in the studio on Afro Time Out with Jaydan. It's on this radio station Thursdays from 3 to 4 o'clock. Usually we play 𝐼LIFE, Afro, 𝒉𝒐𝒔, 𝒍𝒑, 𝒍𝒓, 𝒍𝒑, 𝒍𝒑, agidigbo, every genre of music original to the people of Nigeria, juju is what we play. But today, like we say, we can always break the rules because it's important to do the right thing sometimes. And doing the right, there's a song that you have, "Do the Right Thing" with Bez. Yeah, that's with Bez. Yeah, do the right thing. So we played music from you. We played Breath, good music, new music. Stream it. Go on every platform: Apple, Spotify, AudioMac, SoundCloud, YouTube, and stream the new music from Cobams. It started Breath. Let the poor people breathe. It's a para song. Say you not go there, do the sit down. But that's, listen to the music. Let it speak the message to you itself. I don't think sometimes the music will do the talking.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we don't need to do too much. I also play Starlight, good music, and I played 𝑉𝒂𝒚𝒅𝒂𝒏 𝑧𝒔𝒐. We're having a general conversation about music in Nigeria. So let's talk about the people you love to listen to beyond yourself. You talk about the fact that you have a large your listener base. Your what's the word to use now? What you want to listen to is a little bit bigger, wider than the regular audience, right?
Yes.
So would you love to listen to when you're not listening to yourself?
Most times I'm not listening to myself.
Okay, yeah, that's why you've not listened to some of these songs in a long time.
Yes, that's precisely why. When I listen to myself, I'm always critiquing and trying to find what could have been done better. I'm not always my greatest fan. I'm always nitpicking and stuff like that. Yeah, but when I'm not listening to myself, I listen to a lot of classical music. Well, is it a lot? These days it's reduced a bit, but I listen to classical music: Johann Strauss, Bach, Handel, Beethoven, Tchaikovsky, Ravnowski. I listen to a lot of oldies, so what Nigerians used to call blues in those days, which is actually like ballads. So Celine Dion, Whitney Houston, Barbara Streisand, a lot of that. I listen to quite a bit of hip hop, so Drake, 21 Savage, Lil Durk, a lot of Chris Brown, some more Drake.
You like Drake?
I listen to a lot of high life. So when you're talking about, Roy Chicago, Eddie Okonta, Sawa,
Oriental
Brothers. I listen to Kalangu music, as a matter of fact. So Mama Shatta, Molo music. So like Damaraya Joss, all that good stuff. I listen to a lot.
Balamila.
Kaima, and you. Balamila was just special.
I saw a video of Balamila recently. Balamila and 𝒓𝒨.
And 𝒓𝒨. 𝒓𝒨 is such an inspiration. And I have obviously the privilege of being friends with and working
Dare.
with his son Dare, who we made a lot of music together.
Okay, so that's a long list of African and foreign music that you do listen to.
And it can go on for like another 30 minutes.
Yeah, I know. There's a long list of it. But so let's talk about music that you're putting out very soon. Are you doing an album very soon? Should we just listen to this music, this current single?
There's enough song to make more than one album. But I'm putting out music right now. What I'm doing is I'm just going to be sharing good music. So yeah, listen to this. But in very quick succession, we're putting out other kinds of music. We want music to make you dance. We want music to make you love. We want music to make you feel happy. We want music talk about where we are right now, so we can have serious conversations, so things can be better. Then when things are better, we want music to say, hey, things are better, let's feel all right. So we're doing, we want music to talk about loss, to talk about pain, to talk about ills, but we also want music to talk about love and joy and everything. So music as an art form for me is for expression, so a lot of that expression will be coming out in the coming months.
Yeah, we can't wait. Beyond your keyboard, your piano, that's what you call it.
Yes.
What other instruments do you play?
What other instruments? So I play the guitar, I play drums, I play what do I play? I play bass, obviously. I play what do I play? Percussion. I play. Just a few.
No horns.
No horns. That's for whatever reason that didn't go too well. So I got a saxophone and tried practicing, but I had people who would be like, "Why are you disturbing us?" So I kind of stepped away from that, and yeah, that just did. But I love the saxophone very much. Yeah, I do.
Do you miss producing as a full-time producer? You said you lost a few friends because you decided not to produce music like you used to.
I have a studio in my home, so I still make music. Like I said, I make music for myself, and I still have to make music for people because there's always a demand. Let's make music. Let's do this. So I still make music. Yeah, I would still make music for someone like Timmy. I still make music for someone like 𝒊𝒈𝒆𝒄. I still make music. I make music on the international scene, and so yes, that's also important. It keeps me going. I'll always make music. So no, I don't believe I miss. As a matter of fact, I think I'm going to make music like a couple of hours from now.
Oh wow!
So,
when you get home?
Yeah, probably before I get home.
You should do a remix to one of these high life songs I played for you.
I actually should.
Yeah, just listen to something from Cardinal Victor. There's a long list of music that you could make from the 60s or 70s.
You know what? So there's this idea that I've been messing with for years and years and years, but I didn't think of how to bring it to today until now. So as I'm sitting here just having this conversation with you, I think I'm going to go experiment with it.
I'll be waiting for that time to come. And do you intend on doing Cobham's one night, maybe once a month, once in 2 months?
We started to think of songs and stories.
Okay.
We've done it a few times where I sit down, share music, with just a select, an audience of like select people who appreciate good music. 100, 200 people. We entertain them. Some hors d'oeuvres, some drinks, and just good music. We've done it a few times. We've also had a few friends come through, see me, Asha, Bez, Timidakolo, just a few people, and it's adequately gold, and it's been good. So yes, but we need to make it more regular. I think that's the thing. It happens when it happens.
Sounds like something that you should do. Don't forget to stream the new song. Sell your market, Cobhams.
Yes. So Breathe is out. Breathe is for you. Breathe is of you. So go out and stream the song, and I'm also available on Instagram, on X, on Facebook, everywhere at 𝒊𝒏𝒄𝒎𝒔. I would love nothing more than to connect with you.
Thank you very much for your time on today's show.
Thank you so much, Jada, and I had fun.
Yes, so wait to make me play Breathe again, right? Yeah, okay, let's play Breathe again.
Let's play Breathe.
Okay, we'll play that one, and after that time, some Ebenezer Obey will take us out.
That's what's up.
Have a fantastic rest of the day. At 4 o'clock, there's 𝒂𝒚𝒅𝒂𝒏 Akínyẹ̀dé with the show Situation Room. It's me at 98.3 FM. We are the sound of Lagos. This is on the radio station every Thursday.
What's about the hope? What's about all the promise? Hide away from all the pain, so you're not from a boat or from a rope. Are you going to come on down and then tell them, say, let the boat breathe? You hold a man down and tell him, say, let the boat breathe. Big man control all the money and you can't even let the boat feed. You hold a man down and tell him, say, let the boat breathe. Some people say we got the leaders we deserving, the type of fools who like to rule instead of serving. But what I know is a good leader is a servant, the type of feel the pain of people who are hurting, I am certain one day the youth will find a way to do the purging and take out Babylon system with their burden. Baba, this is no be prayer, this is just a word. See, day by day, 3 things I pray. Baba, give me life. Baba, give me conscience to talk sense. No be nonsense and call I'm content. And Baba, let my whole generation get sense. Cause what about the hope? What about all the promise they made to the poor? How they go and joke? How they go and vote? What about the hike in the price and the levy? Now the money can't cope. Another man tired away from all the pain, so he not from a boat, from a rope. How you going to come on down and then tell him, say, let the boat breathe? You hold a man down and tell him, say, let the poor breathe. Big man represent the poor man, but you don't even know what the poor need. You hold a man down and tell him, say, let the poor breathe. Breathe. It be like say them take all our sense and money, put them inside polo. Use division, tribe, religion, leaders we they follow. Knock our head together, now we be like we